experience, both with Katie and I, we'd seen blockchain, just pop in here, there and everywhere on the end of other technology stacks. And having worked in tech for the most of our careers, we were kind of fed up of seeing it just be used for the sake of it. Huge valuations, not actually solving real problems. And so we could really see the benefit of this technology, but only when it's used in the right use cases. And so it made sense for us to try and be one of the first that would actually focus on blockchain for business sense, not just for the sake of it. And that's the reason why we made that our focus to begin with for StateZero. For me, it was when I was scouting startups and seeing continually that blockchain, we use blockchain, but I never really understood why. And I remember having to create an event around the whole ethos of blockchain, what it meant, what it could do in technology, and reaching out to so many important people within the tech industry, and no one had any idea. And we really, really struggled to get a panel together. In the end, we managed to find some great people, but the fact that it was that difficult, even those that are creating, world-class events around the world, couldn't point me in the right direction for the right speakers. And that made it clear that there was some real education needed in the industry. So with the blockchain bubble bursting, I think it's really important now that we educate people what it really means. It's not synonymous with cryptocurrency. They are totally separate things. Hence why StateZero tries to not touch any of that area. It's really important that we distinguish the difference there. Educating the market also means the corporates that might be buying into this. And actually, people are scared. Banks are terrified to touch anybody that's to do with blockchain because they think it means cryptocurrency. They're not sure on the trace of that money. And that's a huge education piece, myth busting, something that's huge for StateZero. That is quite a big responsibility on our shoulders, but something that we are pretty determined to do. My biggest top tip would be to work backwards. Always look at where you want to be and the impact that you want to make, and then try and work out how you're going to get there. That will enable you to find a purpose and why you should exist in this space, and it will also enable you to find your mission so that you can actually find something you can measure, so you can see each step that you're taking to get to that end goal. I think the most important thing to remember is that working more hours doesn't mean you're going to be more productive. Because that's when we'll start to see founder burnout. That's when we start to not know how to prioritize, not know how to realize the most important things we need to do and the time frames that we have to do that. And actually we end up focusing on those really small parts and not taking a step back and seeing the bigger picture. That's when you can spend more time on the right things and keep your mental health and well-being in focus too.